I don't know if it's just me or what, but I was so excited for Trump to get back into office. For what? For what? I mean, prices are still bad. They're rising. Hell, everybody's struggling. I mean, wasn't you supposed to help us? Wasn't you supposed to? But he's not worried about us because, I mean, he's balling. He's rich. He ain't worried about it. So, I mean, I just don't understand. I went from supporting him to, what are you doing for us? Making America great again? No, you're making it shit. Sorry. I may be wrong. It might, I mean, whatever, Biden did, whatever. But Trump's not making it any better. It's hard out here for everybody. It's hard. Trust me, I work at a Family Dollar. It's hard. It don't matter how much you make, okay? Everybody's struggling. Everybody.
Listen to Mr. Trump, Mr. President. Help us out. It's been almost 6 months and you still ain't bringing gas prices down, Trump. Why? Why ain't you drilling? Drill, baby, drill. You know, it's $3 a gallon. Yeah, gas is $3 a gallon. Yes. Mr. Trump, I thought you were going to try to help us out. But promises you made, promises you're not keeping. Yes, Trump, please, hear our cry. I've supported you 3 times. I voted 3 times in 3, 6, 9 years, Trump. Please, Mr. Trump, help us out. We need it. We cannot afford to pay $3. Gas is higher now than it was when Joe Biden was in office, Mr. President. Come on, get it together. Help us out. Yes, we need help. Joe Biden should have ran again.
Never been as worried as I am now about whether or not my kids and grandkids will be able to carry on.
He said, I love you, Mr. Trump. I need to see the fruit of your love.
5 of my customers have committed. That's how serious that this is.
And what it costs for us to farm is astronomical now.
I farm with paid-for equipment. All my tractors are 50 years old, and I can't hardly make this deal work. I think the tariffs are the ice cream on the cake of a perfect storm.
After a horrible year last year where most farmers in Arkansas Delta lost money, this year's going to be worse.
We made a decision to go out this year in the spring. So my son will not be the 7th generation on our farm.
We're going to lose 25 or 30% of the farmers in this country if they don't do something. It has to be done, and it's not just here. It's everywhere.
Y'all remember the good times, like the back in the days whenever the trailers were like on rent, when you could rent a trailer for like $400 or $500 to rent a trailer. Now people is asking like $1,000 to $1,200 or $1,300 a month for a 3-bed, single wide, 2-bathroom, 1-bathroom trailer. And then to top it off, like a regular house, they're asking anywhere from between $2,000 to $3,000 for rent. And even if it's mortgages, like, I understand mortgages is more pricier, and obviously maybe you can pocket when you sell, but why is even mortgages like $3,000? Like, people is making more money, but really are they? Because you're spending $3,000 on a mortgage, $1,000 on your vehicle. Like, what are y'all guys making a month? Like, I'm so glad that, because used to I was a stay-at-home mom and I didn't provide no income. I'm so glad I have been working so hard on my social media to where I'm providing an income now, because I'm just like stunned, because $2,500 to $3,000 for rent is insane.
Never thought I was going to lose this much money this fast.
Jim is a Republican who voted for Donald Trump 3 times.
How do you feel about your vote for Donald Trump now?
Well, I feel like perhaps I should have considered some other options.
The past 2 years, Jim has been selling honey to the federal government, which then provides it to schools and food banks. But after Donald Trump took office, the USDA cut those programs suddenly as part of the federal government's effort to streamline spending.
For a lot of other local farmers around here, it was a major source of reliable revenue. For me, it's going to cost me around $150,000 a year.
$150,000?
Yeah, roughly 50% of my revenue.
That's a huge hit.
As a
Hello brothers and sisters, and welcome to yet another video. So in today's video we're looking at white Maga states and generally white Maga farmers going bankrupt, and it's a time that they are finding out the consequences of their actions, and they're not just crying out loud, they're calling out black people to come to their help. Black people, the least expected group of people, black Americans, are the ones being called to the help of these farmers. And remember, these are farmers who supported Donald Trump, and right now when Trump is in power, he's not helping them at all. And it's not just that they are calling out black people to help them probably protest, they're calling out black Americans to come and work in their farms. They want black Americans to take back those peasant jobs. I mean, picking cotton in the farm with all that sunshine. And remember, they're paying even wages below the minimum wage required. And black people have said enough is enough. Gone are the days when black people used to work in the farms. Enough is enough. So they are not taking up these jobs, and all that is left is for these farms and these farmers to run bankrupt and close down these farms. And you know what? Donald Trump and other billionaires are in for all these. They want to buy these farms as soon as they collapse, as soon as these farmers tap out of business. They'll purchase these farms and begin running the businesses. Anyway, that's what I think. Please tell me what your thoughts are concerning all these in the comment section. With that, let's keep on watching the video, and if at all you'll enjoy the video, then please give it a thumbs up and also consider supporting the channel by subscribing.
60% of the American public is about to lose everything they have. People living paycheck to paycheck are about to go broke. The GDP numbers came in yesterday, and of course the economy receded, which I predicted 2 months ago, and people laughed. Mark my words, the second quarter is going to be far worse. Tariffs on Chinese products at 145% are about to kick in, which means everything you buy from China on Amazon or elsewhere is about to go through the roof. Grocery store shelves are starting to empty at Walmarts across the country, and of course grocery prices continue to soar. People who've been financing groceries on credit are starting to default on those payments. We are about to see an economic catastrophe. If you're in this 60% that has little or no money, please stop spending money. Protect your family. Trump does not care about you. Even if you voted for him, he's a billionaire. He won't suffer, but you and your family will. Please protect yourself. 60% of the American public.
Numbers on it. So right now, if a farmer calls me up and says, "Hey Jason, you know, I've got 50,000 bushels. I need to sell you. What's the best you can do for me?" Well, right now I'm hovering right above $5. And a lot of these farmers tell me that their cost of production is not too far off from $7 per bushel. We're nearly $2 per bushel below the cost of production when you factor in the cost of machinery, the cost of maintenance, the cost of labor, the cost of inputs like fertilizer, herbicides, pesticides, things like this that the farmer uses every single year to keep their crop in condition. The United States has a high quality bushel. The only way to keep it that way is to use these modern practices that we use, which require a lot of liquid capital to execute. So it's become quite scary, because if you think about our neighbors to the north and south, like look at Mexico, they're the #1 buyer of U.S. corn. Okay, they're the #3 buyer of U.S. wheat. All right, Canada has an extremely aggressive program where they export durum, mostly through their Thunder Bay program to the east through the St. Lawrence Seaway. And I'm sure they do some on the West Coast as well. But either way, it's a market that's very well developed. There's a lot of expertise. And they also have the biggest canola program in the world, which is a very popular crop out here in eastern Montana, especially this year. Just driving around Roosevelt County, you see a lot more canola out there this year than last year. And, I'll dig deep into the reasons why that is. But the base reason is wheat just isn't paying the bills this year.
Sometimes things is 4 times what they was a year ago. A roast I used to get for $12, $15, $35. It's awful.
Everything, just keeps going up. Well, I used to spend $40 a week. Now it's $140 or something like that.
I just don't think it's going to go down for a long time. They're not concerned with people like us.
They said these tariffs that they've got on, it's going to bring prices down. They're not. Because it's going to have to charge more to make up for them having to pay to bring it in. And I just say everything's going downhill.
Did you vote for Trump this last time?
No, I didn't.
This is Donald Trump's America. Everyone needs to see this video. A mother of two is begging for help as she cannot afford to feed her children and pay her mortgage off anymore. It's truly heartbreaking and shows the reality that millions of Americans are living in right now. As soon as the money hits their account, it's instantly gone.
We are a family of 4. We have 2 kids. How are y'all surviving? Because I'm not. I got paid today, and it's gone. Goes toward the mortgage, cell phone bill, gas and electric, garbage, everything, gone.
The worst part is she works 40 hours a week, her husband works 50 hours a week, and they still can't even afford basic necessities. She says each month they have to decide between a grocery trip or paying the mortgage because they can't do both. Here's a powerful quote from her saying, "The people that don't have kids are barely surviving. I am not surviving. Your money is gone. There's nothing you can do. You just have to ride on this floating rock and spend." This right here is a very important part of what she said. Unless you're a rich elite, you're effed, and she's absolutely right. She then goes on to say that everybody needs to unite because it's very important we all speak out against this corruption. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it's only going to get worse under Donald Trump's leadership. Everything that he does is focused around helping the elites and hurting the rest of us. That is his entire playbook. Here's a very simple analogy. Donald Trump is a billionaire, an elitist. Imagine he's on the red team. And imagine the blue team is the rest of America, the 99%, the working class. Why would anybody that's on the red team help the blue team out in any capacity? Obviously, he's going to help out himself and his team at the expense of us.
Hello brothers and sisters, and welcome to yet another video. So in today's video, we're looking at white Maga states and generally white Maga farmers going bankrupt, and it's a time that they are finding out the consequences of their actions, and they're not just crying out loud, they're calling out black people to come to their help. Black people, the least expected group of people, black Americans, are the ones being called to the help of these farmers. And remember, these are farmers who supported Donald Trump, and right now when Trump is in power, he's not helping them at all. And it's not just that they're calling out black people to help them probably protest, they're calling out black Americans to come and work in their farms. They want black Americans to take back those peasant jobs. I mean, picking cotton in the farm with all that sunshine. And remember, they're paying even wages below the minimum wage required. And black people have said enough is enough. Gone are the days when black people used to work in the farms. Enough is enough. So they are not taking up these jobs, and all that is left is for these farms and these farmers to run bankrupt and close down these farms. And you know what? Donald Trump and other billionaires are in for all these. They want to buy these farms as soon as they collapse, as soon as these farmers step out of business. They'll purchase these farms and begin running the businesses. Anyway, that's what I think. Please tell me what your thoughts are concerning all these in the comment section. With that, let's keep on watching the video, and if at all you'll enjoy the video, then please give it a thumbs up and also consider supporting the channel by subscribing.